Good afternoon again, YouTube. Just moments from where I ended the previous video, walking over by the river. And I'm going to take this video as long as I can take it until it, cuts out. And then I'm going to switch battery packs. I'm headed north in the North Park, which is on the northeast side of the river, as I had already just mentioned. And the trail is kind of hard to distinguish where the trail is at right now, because obviously with the leaves being down. Yeah, one great thing about this time of year, you could see so much further in the woods than you can when there's foliage. When there's foliage up, obviously. Yeah, it's hard to tell where the trail is marked at here, because this is a unmarked trail, or what they call a non-color coded trail right here, but I'll weave my way through it without any problem. It's around 1 o'clock, so I may or may not see any deer or anything like that. It's kind of early in the, it's kind of a little late in the day for them, so I really don't expect to see it. There's another view of the Great Miami River right here. Actually, I believe I'm seeing the trail here on the other side of it, so I'm gonna pick that up. It's kind of hard to see, but there's the grassy side of the trail, so that's obviously the trail that I'm looking for. Yeah, this video is not gonna last much longer, as this one's gonna cut out here pretty soon. I see one other hiker up ahead. As I said in the last video, this part of the park, because it's mainly a flat trail, is not that heavily used. Nice day we got for a hike. Most of the time I hike over here, but I'm doing some footage for my YouTube channel. I don't really have much from this side of the park. This side of the park.
On the other side?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah, because it's more challenging.
It is more challenging. A lot more hills and stuff.
Yeah. I figure since it's drier, show this,
Oh, yeah.
All right, you too. Speaking with a fellow hiker right there, but yeah, obviously the other side of the park is obviously the preferred, route for hiking, because it's more challenging. I'm not sure how often this part of the park actually floods, because there's a little bit of a bank on the river right here. The river through here, it snakes its way north to northwest, and it goes over to Tadmor, and it continues all the way north till you get out of the park. So my recommendation, if you live local to here, make sure you check the alerts page on MetroParks.org to see any sections of the park or trails that might be closed, because once it rains, it's pretty hard to get through here because it just, the section further up, it tends to flood a lot. And I've ridden that bikeway up the Pickle. It's a nice bikeway, but unfortunately there's not many levee banks through there, so it tends to be very flood prone. But if you have 2 or 3 days of dry weather during the warmer months, it's never a problem. But if you tried to ride it, if there's a good foot or two of snow on the ground and a bunch of rain to melt the snow, forget it. It ain't gonna be passable. And of course, hence that's the reason why Tadmor was abandoned. Of course, the configuration of US 40, I've talked about this in other videos. There's a blaze market, but I think that's white. I don't think that's blue. That's white. But the configuration of 40 for both the Taylorsville Dam and the Englewood Dam had to be rerouted, because as you come out of Vandalia to build the dam, US 40 goes south on Brown School Road, then it goes east, then it goes back north, which is where the East Park is at, where the spillway parking lot is at, to get back on the other side of what was the original 40. There's a good view of the Great Miami River right there. And the Englewood configuration is probably a little bit better, because it cuts a line that's southwest and northeast, or northeast to southwest, versus this you have to almost do I guess almost a U-shape, or U-shape with straight lines, 3 straight lines to get through here. Graceful view of the Great Miami River. That's probably a beaver dam right there. See the water flowing. And the Great Miami River is a nice river, but unfortunately, because it's located along more commercial stuff than any other river, it's probably the dirtiest of the 5 rivers in the area. There's 5 rivers: Stillwater, Mad River, Twin Creek, Great Miami, and I think there's one other that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But the Great Miami is the main river. It stretches from Cincinnati or Middletown, and it goes all the way up to Indian Lake, which is where it empties at. And Indian Lake's about, I don't know, about 50 miles from here. It's in the county seat where Bell Fountain is, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a view of the open field. That land is leased to the Miami Conservancy District, which is associated with the parks. I guess they use that to plant crops if they want to, I guess. But sometimes through here you can see some